whenever you want to solve a problem using recursion, you need to what in this case find two information. One is a base component, other one is a recursive component. Okay, what is a base component? What is a recursive component? You need to find out. Okay, so the base component we said it will always return a direct value, and the recursive component will call the function. The same function will call the recursive component will call the same function. That's what we said. Okay, the base component is the least possible input given to the function. Least possible input given to the function. It will always return a direct value. Recursive component will call the function. Okay, let us analyze the problem. What is the Fibonacci numbers? What is a base component? And what is a recursive component? Now, what is a Fibonacci numbers? Okay, so these are the numbers you must be if you are aware. See, this is what we write: 0, 1. 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 3 is 13, 13 plus 3 is 21, 21 plus 13 is what in this case is what? 34, and 34 plus 21 is 55. Okay. Now, how do we generate the Fibonacci numbers? We always generate the Fibonacci numbers by adding the previous two numbers. This is Fibonacci of 0 is 0. Fibonacci of 1 is 1. So it is 2 is also 1. 3 is 2. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you want the 11th number, how to get it? By adding the 34 and what? 55 need to get it. Okay. Now let's go to this. Okay. Now, I say here in this case is, how did you get the 55? By adding the previous two. How did you get the 21? By adding what? These two you get it, right? How did you get the 8? By adding 3 and 5. How did you get the 3? By adding 1 and 2. How did you get the 1? By adding 0 and 1. How did you get 0? It was given. How did you get the 1? It's given. That means for every other numbers, you can always add the previous two Fibonacci numbers, okay? Previous two Fibonacci numbers and get the value except for the first two. The first two is what is always 0 is 0, 1 is 1. Therefore, the least possible input I can give it to a Fibonacci number is either 0 or 1. If I give 0, I should get 0. If I get 1, I need to give what? 1. For the rest of the numbers, I can generate by adding the previous two. Okay. Therefore, now I can, if I want to break down the problem, what is my base component is if n is what? 0. What I should return? If n is 0, I need to return what? 0. Correct? This is a base component. If n is 1, what I need to do? Return 1. Therefore, I am going to write here or n is equal to 1. I am going to return n. If n is 0, return 0. If n is 1, return what? 1. If not, what you did? If not, you to get the current Fibonacci, you added the previous two. You added the previous two. How to write it? I'm going to say here in this case, if I want other numbers, Fibonacci of n minus 1, that means Fibonacci is my function name. It is takes a n and it returns what? An n. So what I need to do here in this case, the other two numbers, Fibonacci of n minus 1 plus Fibonacci of what? N minus 2 needs to be added. Okay, if you want Fibonacci of 10, add Fibonacci of 9 and Fibonacci of 8 and return the result. Yeah, got it? Okay, so let's write the convert into a code form. Okay, convert this into a code form. So if you want to find the Fibonacci of a number, I want to find the Fibonacci of 6. If you want to find the Fibonacci of 6, what I'm going to do? I'm going to call the function Fibonacci of 6. I'm going to call. What is going to give me? The Fibonacci number, right? So therefore, in this case, what we said was Fibonacci of 6 is being called like this. Therefore, now I'm going to say here if my base component, if n is equal to 0 or n is equal to 1, what I'm going to do? I'm going to say here in this case return. What I should return? What? Return n. Otherwise, what I should do? What we said otherwise? Add the previous to Fibonacci. Add the previous to Fibonacci. N minus 1 and Fibonacci of n minus 2. Add both of them. And then what you do in this case is return the result. If you want to store return directly or store it in a variable and return. Okay, return. Okay, so if I run this code, I should get the answer. So printf, I need to put percentage %d, comma what, result, correct, done, run the code, 8. So what 8 I got, okay. You won't get the sequence, you get only what, one number, okay. If you want Fibonacci of 5, Fibonacci of 5 is what, 5. Okay, done. Now, how did this 5 got generated? How this 5 got what? Generated. Let us see here, okay, how it's got generated. Okay, so I'm going back to this board. So I wrote like this, okay. Now, how this 5 got generated, let us see. Now, I asked for Fibonacci of what? 5. I call for Fibonacci of 5. The Fibonacci of 5, how it is added? What we said, Fibonacci of 5, 5 is equal to 0, 5 is equal to 1. No. Therefore, what you did was, you call for Fibonacci of 4 plus Fibonacci of 3. How did you get Fibonacci of 4? By adding what? Fibonacci of 3 plus what? Fibonacci of 2. How did you get Fibonacci of 3? By adding what? Fibonacci of 2 plus Fibonacci of 1. Because what is your base component? You said if n is 0, you will return 0. If n is 1, you will return what? 1. Now Fibonacci of 2, how did you get it what? By adding what? Fibonacci of 1 plus Fibonacci of 0. Now, how did you get Fibonacci of 1? Directly 1. Fibonacci of 0 is what? 0. 1 plus 0, how much it is what? 1. 1 will be written here. 1 plus 1, how much it is what? 2 is written here. Now, how did you get Fibonacci of 2? By adding, what you added what? Fibonacci of, what is it? Fibonacci of 1 plus Fibonacci of 0. How did you Fibonacci of 1? What is Fibonacci of 1 is 1. What is Fibonacci of 0 is what? 0. 1 plus 0 is what? 1. So, now 2 plus 1, how much I get what? 3. How did you get Fibonacci of 3? By adding Fibonacci of 2 plus Fibonacci of, how did you get Fibonacci of 2? By adding Fibonacci of 1 plus Fibonacci of 0. What is Fibonacci of 1 is 1, 0 is 0. 1 plus 0 is what? 1. 1. 1 plus 1 is how much it is what? 2. 3 plus 2, how much I get what? 5. That means remember, the first call which you made is been solved what? Last. All the result will come backwards and you'll get the answer for it. This is the way the recursion works for you. Therefore, if you study in detail that we use stack to solve the recursive problem to convert into what? Non-recursive problems. Okay. Yeah, that's the way it works for you. Yeah, I hope that you understand.